If you are working part-time in retirement, are you still retired? What do you guys think? Leave me comments. First of all, leave me comments on your opinion on this. And second of all, leave me comments if you are one of those working part-time in retirement and why you're doing that. Very curious on that. Let us all know. So I've got a bunch of stats for you, and also I've got some personal stories from you that I got from Reddit. And after some of these, you guys know my stance on this. I don't know. Is my stance still the same on working part-time in retirement? I don't know. Let's see when we get to the end of this. Here's some stats. 1 in 8 retirees plan to go back to work in 2025, according to a recent survey. Why? Number 1, socialization. Number 2, the increased cost of living. Okay, as you guys know, inflation, especially a couple of years ago, pretty potent, right? That can be a pretty potent thing for people, let's say, who have retired, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. That's when it's most significant, and they see that stuff is costing more. 1 in 8 plan to go back to work in 2025. Well, this is 2025. I'll get the updated stats on that in another video and give it to you guys. Number 2, 80% of people in a recent survey that have not retired yet say they are planning on working in retirement. 80% of people that are still in the workforce. Okay, that's a significant number. 23% of Americans 65 to 74 are in the part-time workforce. 23%, guys, that's another significant number. So what do you think? Can we still call them retired? Now, what I have always thought before is, if you have retired from a full-time job, 40 hours, 50 hours a week, whatever, you're retired. 64% think they'll need more money to do what they want in retirement. Now, these are a bunch of surveys from a bunch of different people, so I'm not going to list all the sources. 64% think they'll need more money to do what they want in retirement. Okay, so what does that mean? Working part-time? I don't know, it doesn't specify. And here's the last stat before I get to these personal reflections from Reddit. Most people regret not working more on their deathbed. Huh? That's a joke, guys. Just throwing it in there. Okay, so let's get to these personal reflections from Reddit. But first of all, if you guys are seeing me for the first time, my name is Duane, and this is a channel for people on moderate income retirement. If that's something you think you'd like the video and think about subscribing. And also, I just started a new Instagram channel. So if you guys haven't gone to Instagram and check it out, there's a link down below. Okay, so let's get to this Reddit post from, I think it was a couple years ago. There were 80 plus replies from people about working part-time. Okay, one of the questions in the original post was, do you consider working part-time still retired? If you're in retirement working part-time. So here we go. Here's number 1. I'd say 50% of my retired friends work for fun / socialization. 50% of this guy's retired friends. Okay, that's another big number. Number 2, this is a man, I work 20 to 25 hours a week in retirement. It lets me take more trips and buy more toys. Notice he says I work in retirement. He doesn't specify saying, okay, yeah, I've gone back to the workforce. No, he says I work 20, 25 hours in retirement. Okay, the guy wants to travel more. He wants to have 3 dirt bikes. Yeah. Number 3, I'm 67, doesn't say if it's a man or a woman, and working very part-time, driving cars to and from dealerships. Okay, now that would be I would love to do something like that. I love just driving around, checking out the countryside. If this guy is going across America doing that, doesn't say if he is or not, man, would that be a fun part-time job? Does it say how much he's working? Doesn't say how much. He says very part-time. That would be a cool part-time job in retirement. Don't you think? Don't you think? I do. I would love to do something like that. Here's number 4 of 5 stories. I was a business professional who would like to work 3 days a week. So he's not working now, but he would like to work 3 days a week. He's retired. I travel a lot and go to the gym, but it's not enough for me. Okay, sounds like either this guy, well, he said he was a business professional. Okay, so maybe he was a type A personality that, needs to go, 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 always have his days filled. Or maybe he's lonely. Maybe he just wants a socialization. It doesn't say in here, but could be one of those, right? And number 5. Okay, now this is another cool job because as you guys know, before, in my mid to late 20s, I was a drafting instructor. Actually, early to mid 20s, I was a drafting instructor. I loved that job. I really did. The pay wasn't great, but just the fact that you are, it's kind of like where I get my enjoyment from here as well. Hopefully that I'm teaching people things, right? I just love the interaction with people you're trying to help, in that case, students. So this guy substitute teaches 2 days a week. Yeah, well, now if this was high school, I don't know about that. Okay, do they do substitute teaching in college? I don't know. I think they probably have assistant professors, right? Or even like, graduate students doing that. So if it's in high school or stuff, I don't know. But substitute teaching 2 days a week? Yeah, that would be a cool part-time job, wouldn't it, guys? At least it would for me. So there's a bunch of information from Reddit and also some stats. So what do you guys think now? What do you think? Has it changed you one way or the other as far as whether you agree that working part-time in retirement, you are still retired? Or are you still saying, nope, 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 you can't work in retirement. You just can't do it. And by the way, get off my lawn. So has it changed my opinion? As most of you guys know, I have always said that if you are working in retirement less than full-time, 40, 50 hours a week, you're still retired. Guys, this is not the 1950s. This is not the 1970s or the 1990s. Okay? Pensions. People don't get pensions that much anymore at all, right? Think times are different now. It's not like people are retiring at 62 and their life expectancy is 70. Okay? I mean, look back 30, 40 years, 50 years. The life expectancy was a lot lower than it is now. So we're talking about people spending 20, 30 years. Yes, you too. My Raven's going to work part-time in retirement, okay? Yes, I told him. 20, 30 years of their life will still be spent after they have retired. So if you want to work part-time in retirement, number 1, it is your retirement. You do what you want. Okay, yes, I know, it was a little tease in the front. Did I ever really change my opinion? Yeah, some of the stats make me think sometimes. Some of them make me go, well, is it really working? Or are you still considered retired? But for the most part, yeah, I haven't changed my mind. Number 2, it's the new retirement now. We are in a totally different time. I would say in the last 20 years than we ever were before as far as people being retired. Now if you retire at 75, you probably won't want to work. I get it. You're 75. You've probably got a lot of money saved up too, right? If you retire at 58 and you are in good health, yeah, I think you might want to do some active stuff. You might even feel like still you want to contribute to society. Good for you, man. It is your life. It is your retirement. Do what you want. I mean, what's wrong with that? Who do you have to please? The older I get, the less I care what people think. Guys, do what you do. Don't have to answer to anyone. Don't have to answer to society. You don't have to answer to family and friends. It's your life. If you want to keep active, if you want to increase your socialization, if you want to have more fun by this guy, like driving to dealerships, seeing the country in a car, you do you. So yes, I still think that people can work, less than 40 hours in retirement and still be retired. What do you guys think? Leave me your comments. Am I totally crazy as usual? And as always, from me and my retired Raven friend up here, we got this. Yes, I said for you too.